Ladies and gents, hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Space, guys. So we are going to talk about Kaspa, its recent price action, and of course we are going to cover a couple of interesting charts for BTC and altcoins as well. So if you are new, consider subscribing, and a quick disclaimer, this video is not financial advice. Now let's have a look at Kaspa's chart on a 4-hourly time frame. Firstly, we've been rejected for Kaspa at 17 cents mark, and that was on a 14th of August, and after that we are basically experiencing downtrend momentum for Kaspa pretty much, right? We are going down and we are retesting this level of 15 cents as a support, almost 16 pretty much. So now guys, looking at stochastic RSI on 4-hourly time frame, let's have a look what is going on. So we've dipped below that mid-range and looks like that blue line is flattening out at the moment, right? But let's have a look at the daily time frame to actually see what's going on, right? So if it comes to the daily time frame, guys, we are close to the ceiling, right? And also the blue line is showing us slightly different story because we are going towards, well, the downside now, right? So we could potentially expect some reset, right? And now the first scenario is going to be that we are going to stop in dead range roughly for stochastic RSI, of course, in here, all right? Or we are going to properly, well, go down to the lower level, which is in here, or perhaps even total bottom out on a daily time frame for stochastic RSI for Kaspa. So where that potentially can put Kaspa's price at, right? So the next technical level of support for Kaspa is going to be this level in here, which is sitting at 14 cents, well, almost 15, it's 14.9 cents, and that would be a dump of 6.2% for Kaspa. Can that happen? Well, I do believe it can, right? Will that gonna happen? Well, let's see. So guys, looking at the weekly time frame, let me turn off the drawings, and from the standpoint of the rainbow for Kaspa, we have dipped properly on a weekly time frame, right? If it comes to, well, this previous week, the candle got closed, but we got, well, basically pushed down as well. Nevertheless, this candle is being green, right? However, very interesting thing to notice for Kaspa is that we are closer to the bottom if it comes to stochastic RSI, as you guys can see in here, right? So sooner or later we are going to experience that reset, and then heck, let's see what is going to happen, right? But now guys, looking at the dashboard for Kaspa, we are sitting at 92 if it comes to the current reward. Next one is going to be 87. Next reduction is scheduled in 16 days. We are sitting at 85.3% mined, and the hash rate is sitting at 838 petahash per second. All-time highs are sitting at 857 petahash per second, and we are sitting at 3.9 billion USD if it comes to market cap evaluation for Kaspa. The moon is saying that Bitcoin is falling once again in this channel, and we should watch out for the bounce at 55.7k support, right? So this is interesting chart. This is an hourly, but if I'm going to look at 24-hourly time frame, guys, we do have significant levels of liquidity above the current trading price, above 60k. However, we do have around 24 million USD in that area as well, all right? So could we go to the downside and firstly flush these leverages and then go to the upside? However, looking at 3-daily liquidity heat map for BTC, we can clearly see that liquidity is in that zone. So in my personal humble opinion, BTC is going to go towards the upside, and of course, in my opinion, that is going to bring the price of Kaspa with it as well, all right? So this is how things are looking at the moment, right? We are still trading in that formation for BTC. Shout out to Mr. Prof, and this is 2-weekly chart for BTC, which touched a trend line that has been playing a very important role for almost 11 years. Is BTC turning resistance into support? First ever golden cross of 50 and 100 SMA is also in the making. One of the most overlooked charts out there. By the way, guys, I do have some special chart for you, alright? So please make sure that you watch the full video. Anyways, shout out to Mr. Titan, and this is a weekly chart for BTC, and this is the megaphone pattern that BTC is currently building, and according to Mr. Titan, we've got targets of 85.9k to be exact, all right? So we are still trading inside of that formation, all right? And things are, yes, maybe looking a little bit scary if we are going to look at the shorter time frame. However, I believe that this is nothing, it's just a noise, short-term noise. Anyways, another chart, 2 weekly, all right? So Mr. Prof is saying that, isn't it remarkable how BTC copies its previous cycles? The best is yet to come. And from the perspective of this chart and this analysis provided by Mr. Prof, I do believe that this actually is remarkable, because if we are going to look at 2012, when Bitcoin was dancing around its previous all-time highs, we had this consolidation, rejection, whatever, and then pump, just like in 2016, 2020, and this is exactly what is going on at the moment in 2024, guys. All right, so obviously on this zoomed out chart, I do believe that many people that are shaking their pants have nothing to be worried about. But anyways, shout out to Mr. Trading Taring Great, and this is daily chart. All right, so Bitcoin follows the same pattern and it's getting to 150k. So the blue, consolidation, orange, uptrend connection, and purple, small consolidation. Currently BTC comes to the final portion in blue, bulk consolidation. The pump will be very sudden and fast. The road is to 150k for BTC this cycle apparently. And now guys, another chart basically is showing the same thing. Mr. Mickey Bull Crypto is saying that you should get ready for the post-halving maniac parabolic rally in Q4, and his body is ready. Heck, mine too. But anyways, another chart, ladies and gents. So these are two fractals, all right? So the first one is from C19. If we are going to compare these two fractals, all right, of what happened, right? We had C19 crash, right? And after that we had, you know, grind towards the upside, right? So basically the recovery after that, as you guys can see, let me just shake it a little bit. We've got the recovery after that C19 crash, and after that we had a little bit of pullback, and then we had a grind towards the upside, right? Just like right now. So we had the Japan stock market crashing this year, obviously 2024, and now potentially we could experience some slow grind towards the upside, guys. So this is the first bull, and if we are going to look at 2012, 2016, 2020 and 2024, we can clearly see that we are, let's say, in the middle or 60% in that first bull for BTC, all right? So the real party is actually going to start in 2025, right? And if BTC still haven't experienced its huge cycle, you know, how we can expect other meme coins, etc., you know, to see, let's say 50x, right? Or 20x or whatever, right? It's still too early in my personal humble opinion. But anyways, Mr. Titan is saying that Bitcoin retest is in progress and BTC seems to be setting up its next move. So guys, we have broke outside of that downtrend for BTC on a daily. We had the first obviously little pump, let's say, and now we are retesting this level as a support based on the technicals. That looks bullish, and this actually happened in here, right? So we had the first proper close above the downtrend, and then we had the retest as a support, right? Well, we haven't really had that in here, but that basically played before. So also on the top of that, we've got a bullish crossover on a MACD on a daily chart for BTC, guys. So perhaps we are sitting on the verge of something legendary, guys. And now big shout out to Mr. MartyParty. So this is global liquidity that it's moving up fast. So do it yourself in TradingView, enter this formula and hit enter. So guess what, guys, I did exactly the same thing, right? But before that, right, one guy comment, right, thanks a lot, blah blah, and he just copied and he noticed this. So what I did, well, I went to my TradingView and I did exactly the same thing, and there you go, guys. Let me actually zoom it into monthly, zoom it out to monthly, and now we've got this ascending triangle that is basically happening in here, guys. So last time it happened, that was, let's say, areas of, you know, September 19, and in January we saw the breakout outside of that ascending triangle, right? And that also coincided with COVID-19. Well, that recent crash, despite the fact that global liquidity was going up, that was, you know, the last shakeout. So now I do believe that this is very similar, ladies and gents, because we've got ascending triangle, right? We've got a market crash that went down. I mean, I'm talking about Japanese market, right? Because, you know, global liquidity is going up, right? So I do believe that, you know, lizard people had to do shaky, right, to shake out the last portion of paper hands out of the markets, because that global liquidity is going to break towards the upside sooner rather than later, right? So guys, I'm going to leave that formula in the description of this video, right? Do yourself a favor and follow that chart as well. Ladies and gents, that's what I've got for you today. Thank you very much for watching, and I wish you having a great day. Peace and love, crypto.